made this video to show you how to make delete actions in Harmony. So imagine you have this list, and for this list, each list item has a delete button, and I want to make this delete button clickable when I click this delete button, that it deletes this whole thing. So right now I have an onClick action that calls something called delete, but this delete is not yet. I haven't defined this delete action yet in my content tree. So what I need to do is I go here to my element selector, I add a JavaScript action here, and in this JavaScript action I need to do two things. First, I need to define the element to delete. So element to delete equal this dot input. What does this dot input mean? It means the thing that I'm currently clicking on. So if I am clicking on this one, so this dot input means the whole list, the whole list item. If I'm clicking on this one, so this dot input means this one. If I'm clicking on this one, so this dot input means this one. And then I want to create a filter. So right now my data is, this list is being dragged from this .binding.data. So this .binding.data is where my data lives. So what I want to do is, first, we forgot to add an ID of delete to this action, and I want to go here and say this .binding.data equal this .binding.data.filter. This basically means filter my data. And what you do here is you create a function. So function of like this, and you say inside this function, between the brackets, you say, for example, element, and here you say element not equal the element to delete. That's a little bit of JavaScript, but I think it's really simple to deal with. And this is basically how you do it. And when you click save, when you delete, okay. Okay, for some reason it didn't work out. So the problem, it deletes the whole thing. So what, I don't want to do this. So what I would do is just delete this .binding the data.filter and delete this thing, and just do it like this. Element not equal this .input, and then I click save. I click reload, and now when I delete, it should work. Now it works. You delete something, it gets removed. Delete something, it gets removed. And you can also check in data. So when you delete number 1 in the list, it gets removed, and now you have only 14. Now you have only 13. So yeah, that's basically how you can delete things in Harmony. So to revise, you go to the button itself and you attach a delete action to this button on click, and you add the delete action here. You give it an ID of delete, so the ID should be the same as the onClick, what's written on onClick. And inside this action you have this little bit of one line of JavaScript that says make my data equal data.filter, which basically means filter my data and only get me all the things that does not equal this.input, that does not equal what I'm clicking on. So get me everything from the data, my data, except the thing that I already clicked on, which is this.input. So we can write here this.input is the thing that I clicked on, and this, and the filter means get me everything in my data that is not equal to the thing that I clicked on. So yeah, that's basically it. That's how you can make something deletable in Harmony. Thanks for watching.